So if you're on YouTube, you can see me do my little dance, but you can't hear what I just danced to.
A little dancey dance.
And if you're on the podcast, you know I just did a dance. Huh. Shoes and tails.
Just came out of nowhere with it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's gonna be like that, you know. You just gotta go for it.
Shoes and tails.
Shoes and tails. Smoking tails.
Smoking tails.
You decide. How about that? You tell us which one you think. I'm going to SST.
SST, smoke, shoes, and tails.
Smoke, shoes, and tails. Head, shoulders, smoke, shoes, and tails. No, it's like smoke, comma.
I know, but like
smoke. Oh, when I say smoke shoes.
I'm like,
We over here smoking shoes.
Oh, that puffing on that retro.
Hey, if you ain't got that retro vibe, you ain't on that, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I got them 20s.
that might be the new wave. Like, you know, people be like, it's fire.
I'm not smoking fire. I'm smoking retro.
Hot tops.
I'm smoking that Airman. You know what I'm saying? What you know about the Jumpman? You know what I'm saying? AKA Airwalker. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a great theme for a dispensary.
Right?
They have them displayed like shoes.
Display like shoes. But they can only have good weed.
Right.
They couldn't have any bullshit.
For sure.
There couldn't be no like bottom shelf. Michael Jordan would be so mad.
As fuck. You think he'd sue him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't like some private VIP type shit.
Well, imagine if you could do that though. Remember like the weed church? So if you had like a weed boutique and you like did it like Jordans and shit, like shoes, I'd go there just for the experience. And they give you like the little
If he had one where you could buy shoes and weed, I'd definitely be there. I'd definitely just go and buy some shit. Just so I could say I went and bought some shit. Like, well yeah, I got this from there.
like, it would be overly priced as fuck just for the experience.
I think the weed would. I think the shoes would be
Yeah.
the same. Because
No, that's what I'm saying. But the weed would. That's what I'm
But that'd be pretty dope though. You go and pick up some shoes and pick up an ounce in the same spot. It's just
you couldn't be more ready for the party than that.
Oh, God.
It's going to look at this and it's going to happen somewhere.
yeah.
I'm gonna be so irritated.
It's gonna be funny. Just give me 10%. It's okay. Still, yeah, you know.
No disappearances.
You share, I share, we share. You know.
We all share for them.
You know. I found out if you all share, you don't have to go to the courthouse.
Oh yeah. Is that what we're talking about today?
No. I'm sorry. Smoking shoes.
I can't.
Cause I gotta be dreaming. I said smoking shoes. I forgot the tails.
Oh.
You stupid.
Oh, so today the shoes, because you obviously see the smoke. The shoes are the Jordan 5s. Yes. Damn, I should have put that little applause on there, but yeah. Jordan 5s.
Hit the claps.
I only have 4 and I didn't pick that one. So sorry. Woo! Yeah, we do our own effects over here too. What's
Love
up?
it.
Holla at
I
us.
love it here.
And so he picked the Jordan 5s because one of their release dates was in 2006, and that has something to do with our tails. And I don't have that stuff. I wish I mean, I do, but I only have 4 options.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll do it. You said we're like, I don't know. Make our own sound.
I don't know how to make lightning. I don't know how to sound like God, you know.
Apparently, God doesn't sound like that.
Well, I don't know what he sounds like. apparently.
You need to talk to him then. Maybe you need to work on your relationship.
Maybe he comes in different voices for everybody, and mine are smoke signals.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Anyway, we have the Jordan 5. And one of the release dates, like I said, was 2006. The first release date was in the 90s. This February. I don't know the exact date, you know? I wasn't buying Jordans then. It was in 1990. I wasn't born.
You're right.
2 years later, I came along, and yeah. But still, one of their release dates was 2006, nonetheless. But you have this beautiful shoe, just so beautiful. The only thing that's different from the original one, it had the 23 on the side, and I love that. Just hate that it's not featured on all of them, but most of them are. So that's a plus. And that Nike Air on the back, oh my god, that is just so sexy. I prefer that over the fucking Jordan Jumpman, honestly. I hate when Nike just throws a Jumpman on the back of this shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, I already know it's a Jordan, but that Nike Air looks like it looks more, I guess, elegant.
Yeah.
Versus it's just like, just this Jumpman. Like, you already gave me a fat ass Jumpman on the tongue. Why are you hitting me with 2 Jumpmans? I have 2 Jumpmans. I don't need 2 Jumpmans.
Maybe he just liked the jump man. I don't know.
Of course he likes to Jumpman. It's himself. I don't think the man hates himself.
Well, you know, I mean, money makes people do a lot of things.
I highly doubt Michael hates himself.
You know,
Well, I mean, the real reason Michael Jordan took a break from NBA was because he had a gambling problem. Is that what happened?
No, he
And
definitely
he
went to go play baseball, where you get paid more money. So it's just like, did he, like, I don't think it was a gambling problem. A gambling problem is when you can't handle it, okay? He hasn't gone into financial woes, and he hasn't put his family in jeopardy.
he
And
quit basketball and started baseball so he could handle it.
it doesn't make sense. They play way more games. He still has to practice, and they get paid more.
Exactly. So in order to keep his head above water, that's why he quit basketball.
It would have made sense.
Why not?
He had the highest grossing contract with Nike already.
But you said
Yeah,
he would be
yeah.
making more money playing baseball. Correct?
Yeah, well,
Or not
baseball
anymore?
overall as a sport, they pay more as an overall sport. That's the
Right, so if you
highest
have a
paying sport.
gambling problem, why wouldn't you get a better job? So
But why would you
pay
only
off
go
your
for
debt?
3 years? That doesn't make
Just
sense.
to pay off your debt.
But then you come right back.
Yes, just to pay off your debt.
But then where's the reoccurring problem?
It wasn't. There was just he just wanted to pay off his debt. Like I see where that could make sense.
But I'm saying,
because
I feel like if it was a real
you
problem-
work that job for a minute so you can get that paper, and then you go back to doing what you want to do. He did what he had to do, and then went back to doing what he wanted to do.
Well,
I feel like
mean-
that's a conspiracy theory, but
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, maybe it was a theory.
that's
Right,
just a
so-
conspiracy theory. I don't, okay, because when you have a problem, you don't just break that habit. Look at Delonte West. You know what I'm saying? Delonte West, he gotten freaking help, dude.
Yeah.
He got help. They helped him all the way back. He was supposed to be in the big 3, and the next thing you know, he's back out there panhandling again.
Yeah.
So it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and I just don't get it, because with him, it's a consistent cycle, and for so long, people didn't even really know where he was.
Mhm.
So that to me triggers, oh yeah, you have a problem. Like Lamar Odom, all of a sudden you just overdosing. Like, bro, you have a problem. You usually find out when celebrities have a problem when it's way too late, and it's just Michael Jordan has just lived his entire life. And
Yeah.
the only thing brought against him is accusations, nothing like with actual factual, like, oh, look, he's gambling. Like, bro, you got to remember back in the day, that's what they did. That was their thing.
Mhm.
And even still today, like people who get paid a lot of money, they gamble. What else you gonna do with all that damn money? That's a lot of fucking money. And you got the chance to play. Literally, you can play with your money and you're still gonna be straight. So it's just like, I can see that.
it's like a I don't want to say a win-win because it's not a win-win because I mean you spending all your money and then if you hit
No, but see, that's the thing. You don't spend all your
no
money.
I'm saying like the money that you took with you. So
Yeah.
so if you take 2 million to the casino but you have like 400 million in the bank,
But
you're not gonna care.
and what I'm saying is too, like they've openly admitted that they have literally been gambling and
Mhm.
betting on shit like in the locker room.
Yeah.
They're just right on the other side of the game. I mean, they're just betting and gambling and they're just playing different games. But it's a way to stay competitive, a way to keep
Yeah.
that competitive energy keep going. And you're gambling money. It is not like you're struggling. You're not like working a 9 to 5. You're not at the fucking Sonic. You're trying to gamble the manager for out of his, extra $5 that he get. You know what I'm saying? You playing with y'all got millions. So if you bring out 100,000, I bring out 100,000. That's really nothing. That's like $100 to normal person. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same.
I'm sorry, I kicked it.
It's okay. The kicks are here too. We can all kick it. So that brings on our tale. And our tale for today is Jerome Henry. Is that Brudos?
Brudos.
Brudos?
Brudos. No, Brudos.
Brudos.
I like Brudos, but I don't like Brudos, but I like.
You like the way
Jerome.
it sounds that way? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Jerome. Jerome in the house. No, but seriously, this guy is a total trash creep, whatever you want to fucking call him. He's that. Like, yeah, not cool. But he's our tale today because his AKA is the shoe fetish slayer. The shoe fetish slayer.
That's like that SpongeBob episode.
The hashling slasher or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
But this is deep. This is heavy. So just like a little warning, just in case anybody is triggered by anything. This involves a lot of.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot
It's-
of.
Yeah, listener discretion advised because that shit.
It's heavy. It's very heavy. And if you're not ready for that, yeah, you can go ahead and skip this episode and maybe we'll make another one and you can listen to that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just with the name, the shoe fetish slayer should tell you everything. Like,
everything.
But if you can't grasp or if you've never heard or if you haven't heard, we're about to get into this Jerome Henry Brudos character. And my boy K, you want to take it away?
I will, sir. I will. So, Mr. Jerry Brudos. All right. This was I went ahead and found this document. It went ahead and published by Kristen Pochat, Nicole Newsom, and Vicky Tanner from the Department of Psychology. So from a young age, he what do you call it? Jerry, we're gonna call him Jerry. Because I think that name is just alright, where was that?
We were talking.
Alright. Anyway, so Mr. Jerry Brudos. I know a Jerry.
We know Jerry.
We know a Jerry.
And I think he's giving you some flashbacks or something. You were talking about you or something.
Every time I see the name, I'm just like, damn.
I definitely said Jerome twice, and you still said Jerry. That's not who we were talking about.
It was a big event for me at the time. Okay,
You look at everybody else is not here because
that shit was funny. I still won though. So
Like, damn, Jerry's the nickname for Jerome.
oh shit.
damn, that's true. Yeah, that fucked me all the way up.
You have already confused the audience.
Okay. All right. So Jerome Brudos.
It's not
All right.
so Jerome then. It is Jerome.
Jerome Brudos. He was born in Webster, South Dakota. He was the second child and a brother to Larry, which I'm guessing is his brother at the time.
Wait, he's the second child, so this is older brother, right?
No,
No,
he's the second son of Henry and Eileen, and a brother to Larry.
Why
So,
does it sound
so like a stepbrother.
Oh. Oh.
I feel like this shouldn't be that hard.
But it sounds like a weird.
what I had down was that he was the youngest of four. That's what I read, but that's what I.
That's probably what it was then, because there's a lot of people in this paragraph.
Yeah.
I fucked it. Anyway, at the time when he was 5 years old, 1944, him and his family was living in Portland, Oregon, and you know they were working a really decent job. His mom had, let's see, it says that they became financially stable, right? And Jerry, so at 5 years old, Jerry was already putting on high heels and exploring. Like he was showing interest in all of that.
Wait, at 5, he was already putting on high heels.
Yeah, at 5. Which I mean, if you wanted to bring that up today, like that's literally almost every other TikTok.
I
that
know
explains
today
it.
this is like, yeah, whatever. But like back then, like
Mhm.
they're like, yo, what are you doing?
Like, why would you do that? Why would you
are
embarrass me
even
like that?
thinking
Yeah,
that? Like,
that's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Oh well, Pride Month is over, but it still would have been like, it still would have been crazy to have that connection. Anyway,
well, we're only one day away from it, you know.
yeah. Let's see. So when he was 6 or 7, right, his behavior is growing rapidly. His family moves to Riverton, California, and Jerry, it says Jerry, not Jerome. That was scary.
Sorry, guys.
There's nothing paranormal for those on YouTube. There's nothing paranormal going on. We just
He
having,
bumped.
Yeah, we got bumped.
yeah, bump.
Bum. Kevin Hart. Bum.
Bump.
Let me hit that,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
I
Sir.
don't. I just don't want to get you to, you know.
I'll be dog. Don't. Why would you do this in front of my friends?
Did I hear?
All right, so let's see. His family ended up moving to California, right? Jerry, about 6 or 7, you're going into the first grade, right? So his teacher wears high-heeled shoes and keeps 2 pairs in the classroom. I mean, I guess it somewhat makes sense for a teacher to have 2 pairs of shoes in her classroom. You never know what's going to happen. Jerry ends up hiding the second pair of the teacher's shoes so that he can take them home. A classmate intercedes and Jerry confesses to his attempted theft. His teacher gets angry and Jerry becomes embarrassed and leaves the room. So that right there, like, I mean, he's only 6 or 7 years old and he's already developing that strong of a attraction.
Yeah, that's just not.
And then when the teacher sat there and embarrassed him,
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's.
that's the villain. That's the villain's origin story right there.
Cause what I'm sorry.
I mean, but you gotta also think about the time period that this was in. So it's just like.
I need the lighter.
So it's just like, oh, I didn't even realize this popped up. Thank you, I love you. And that was not to K. Once again, I just want to clarify, we're not
He's lying. He loves me.
like a brother.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't even think straight anymore.
All right.
No, so like I was saying, that for that time period when somebody gets found out like that, they didn't really. I don't know if they had a necessary planned in order for those types of things. I don't know what kind of detention they had or anything back in those days.
The 40s, like the 1940s, right? It was still like somewhat new. So you had the 1900s, and then the 1920s were big as well. So then when everything became down, it just, I feel like that's when a lot of tensions started rising a lot more, because people were starting to come out. And then in the 70s, that's when, like, you know, everybody accepted everybody for whoever they were, and it still sparked like a really big controversy back then. So
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you don't have that type of shit in order, those type of things happen.
yeah.
You will get embarrassed. But at the same time, that's a little creepy that you want to, well, I don't know what to call it.
I don't think it's creepy. I just think it's extreme. But it lets you know because.
But, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know what to call it, because it's like, yeah, at that age, everybody's like exploring shit, and then you don't really know why some kids are doing shit. So it's just like, well, maybe they thought it was so funny if they take them or something. You know, maybe you know, you don't really know, but it still is like concerning, because you're taking somebody else's property. At the end of the day, you taking somebody else's property for your own personal gain.
Yeah.
And so that triggers like, hey, maybe. Because I ain't gonna lie, there was some people in my elementary that did some wild ass things. I still hope those people are doing good today.
I agree, Donnell. I do. All right. So 6 and 7, he got embarrassed and everything. Now 7th and 8th grade, or years 7 and 8. He fails the 2nd grade. You know, he's diagnosed with measles, sore throats, swollen glands, laryngitis during the time that he failed.
He was diagnosed with that?
Mm-hmm.
And they failed him?
No, I think they either failed him because of that or because of his IQ. I'm not too sure.
Like, when he got time to be at school being that sick?
I mean, if you're that sick and they're testing you on your IQ, that's probably not a really accurate test.
Now, see, this was the thing though. He got all that because he had to get several operations on his extremities to fight against fungal infections, because he stole his teacher's shoes, remember?
Yes.
So then he went around stealing everybody's shoes because he became fascinated with them.
So he was just taking off any and everybody's shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's what left them with, like, you know, constant headaches and everything, because I mean, that's infection 101, you know what I'm saying?
What happens when you don't wash your fucking feet? That's
nasty. Exactly. That's Crocs all day. You know what I'm saying? Croc gang.
Hey, no matter what you wear, wash your feet.
Oh, God. And then, so, you know, the school officials thought that eyeglasses might solve this problem. How? I mean, I guess I can see how they think the glasses will solve the headaches problem, because they think it's a visual thing. But he has a little more than what glasses can fix. You know what I'm saying?
All them symptoms. This nigga coughing.
I'm telling you.
Pale or red or something. It's like, you need some glasses.
And then it says, you know, he went to the optometrist and he didn't even need them. There was no need for glasses. So then a thin prescription was given to Jerry with the thought that they might function similar to a drug placebo.
What is that?
A placebo is like I couldn't even tell you, so let's look it up. Let's look it up, sir.
Let's look it up.
Is a sham substance or treatment which is designed to have no known therapeutic value. I don't feel like that's right. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Hold on. I got this. Thank you. There are many clinical trials where a person who has taken a placebo instead of the active treatment has that still, you know what? I don't know. We're just
keep going.
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So his headaches persisted, and eventually his IQ was tested, which came out to just be in the normal range.
Wait. Say that again. His
headaches.
per-
Yeah, he like persisted. Like
they thought to give him
continued.
an IQ test.
Yes, which scored in the normal range. So you gotta think like somebody that has like an obsession like this is normally, like it's very particular. Like it's OCD. Like
I can see that.
damn, I didn't even, that I was like, you have a train button, but
Oh.
it threw me off. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
But all right, so 8 to 12 years old, right? This dude's family moves twice during this time to Grants Pass, Oregon.
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 Or again. Oregon.
Or he gone.
All right. All right, so what did I say? Oh, yeah, Grants Pass, Oregon. And then Wallace Pond. I'm guessing they had to constantly move because of this dude's, the way this dude is acting. So this is what kind of gets it. At Grants Pass, Jerry's neighbors had several teenage girls, and he would begin to sneak into the house with the girls' bathroom or with the girls' brother and play with girls' clothes. All this time, Jerry's shoe fetish expands to women's undergarments. So he started wanting like more. He wanted like the bra and the underwear. Like he wanted to feel like a pretty fucking person.
And see, that's. Did they say that anybody caught him with it or anything?
He does get caught at the Wallace Pond. Jerry's father enters the back into the agricultural industry. Now when he was 13, his brother Larry was now 16 and had a normal fascination with the nude female body. So just like every other like 13 and 16-year-old going through that type. So then Larry drew several pictures of nude females and kept them hidden in fear that his disapproving mother would find them and become angry. Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Well, yeah.
He was caught in the process and took the blame instead of telling on Larry. So he took the blame so his older brother wouldn't get in trouble. That's I mean.
Well, at least,
Okay.
At least it shows. What? That shit's so weird. Like, it's weird how these people show compassion for certain people, but just no remorse for other people.
Exactly, right? I was literally just thinking that.
I wonder, like, if that's something like a medical condition or something in their brain, or is it just because it's got to be something?
It's got to be something, dude. Like it's insane, and then like it's only getting worse. So, Jerry begins to go through puberty. Like,
and that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, when he got caught, like that's like that should be like a very big red flag because it's just like, okay, he started off with shoes. Now he's getting more aggressive, and that is
something's like going on.
Yeah,
like they don't even fully understand what like gay really is, or if they did, then
the thing is not only. I don't want to say it's because of sexuality. I want to say, hey, he went from taking shoes, he went from taking a teacher's shoes, taking everybody's shoes, which made him sick. Now he's taking people's garments.
See, and that should have been like at least like somebody would have been like, yo, like I don't think this is
not normal.
This is normal,
yeah. Yeah, you're taking people's garments, and it's like. I get he's dressing up in some of them, or some people could say, okay, it might be that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, he's taking other people's
exactly.
things. Like, no matter what it is, if it's socks, if it's soap, if it's food, like, he's taking somebody else's shit. It's not okay.
It's not. So, 16 comes around, and Jerry hits that sweet spot, right? He's 16. He's going through puberty. His mother shows her disgust for anything sexual in nature. She even used to force Jerry to wash his stained sheets by hand. I
That's
mean,
kind of well. I mean, what year was it? Did they have washing machines?
1955. I don't believe washing machines were invented yet. Let's look it up.
That's fun.
So they had washing machines. It came out 1920s, right? So 30 years into the future of that 1955, which is where we're at now. I mean, it's possible. Maybe they just had a washer and they didn't have a dryer.
Thinking about it, if they say they made him wash the shit by hand, it kind of insinuates that like maybe they did have a washer, in fact.
Yeah.
But she still made them
do it by hand.
do it by hand. Which is kind of... You're washing sheets, so
that's kind of
like a young dude, like a young guy. It's kind of hard job, a little tough task to get in there, especially if you got something on it. Like, you don't have to be like that. You could have got some juice on it or something. You know, like their grape juice was like straight up grape juice back then. You know what I mean?
So
like,
pure.
Yeah, orange juice is like acid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could see like if you got something on that shit, like, you might have been fucking around with colors, markers, or something. You got something on there. You got to get it off.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. Washing machines.
Washing machines. All right.
All right. So anyway, his mother, again, like she's just in complete disregard that like kids do this when they grow up. So. Remember when we said like he's progressing like into certain behavior? Well, now he is fantasizing that he would capture a girl, force her to obey his commands, and beg for mercy. So right there, that's when like
how old was this?
16.
And who's he?
And he's already like, yo, like I want to.
Did he tell somebody that he told somebody this?
Yes. So that's when in the report, that's when he came out and said when he went throughout his own timeline. Couldn't talk for a minute. But yeah, so that happens. I keep hitting this mic.
It's okay. Yeah, move it up or something.
I did. Are we good now?
Because you're talking with your hands.
I know.
And it's like you want to kung fu karate chop that mother.
It's hard for me not to talk with my hands, okay? Anyway, sir. Sorry. That's when his insane, well, I don't want to say insane, but that's when like his help me out here. When his like thoughts became more violent. When he became more violent, his MO became more violent.
Yeah. He
okay.
became more aggressive towards what he was.
That's doing. What I was looking for. Why didn't you just say aggressive?
I'm sorry. Thoughts are trying to catch up like yours.
You're right. Wait, what?
Huh? Anyway, his thoughts became more aggressive and...
Yeah, so his thoughts became more aggressive and everything. And he continues his habit of stealing women's shoes and garments and uses them to enhance his pleasure of his me time.
This makes, like, no sense, and I don't know who to blame. Like, I don't... Okay, like, of course, when you're an adult, you're going to do what you're going to do, right? But as a kid, like, you already got caught stealing shoes, and you would think you got caught stealing shoes and you had other people's garments. You would think, like, your parents, who, especially as being as strict as they already are, like, they're not peeking in your room, they're not looking around. What?
So it's insane. I mean, I get it as a teenage kid that's going through puberty, but not. I mean, bro, like.
I mean, I went through puberty, but I didn't steal anybody's shoes or garments.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, wow. Anyway, all right. So let's get off of this.
Okay.
All right. Jerry steals the undergarments of an 18-year-old girl. All right, this is where I believe like his.
Does it say how is he acquiring these undergarments? Like
No, he's just sneaking in. He'll sneak in and
houses?
yeah,
he's just breaking in,
breaking in and everything. Yeah, but you got to think it's like the 1950s. Who's locking their door?
Yeah. That's such a weird
That's what
time
I'm
to
saying,
be in.
dude.
Like people are just not locking their doors and their garments is just coming up missing. And this little perv is just running around grabbing it.
Okay, so he's still 16, and oh my gosh, this is an you'll this is gonna twist your head a little bit. So he steals the undergarments for an 18-year-old, right?
Yes.
He decides he wants a nude photograph of the girl instead of relying on the undergarments for his sexual pleasure. Now, remember how we said he was being more aggressive?
Yeah.
It's getting up there. And so basically, he set up like this elaborate plan. Like he sat down, went over everything, what could go wrong and whatnot. And basically, he gets the girl to pose for like the nude photos, you know?
So he convinced the girl to pose for the news photos.
He set up an elaborate plot. So like he set up a way for him to get those photos of her while she was posing. Like he knew her routine.
So she was just posing.
Yeah.
Wow. And she didn't even know that this creep was just lurking.
Exactly. He took several clothes. Okay, so he set up the girl for the new pose and everything, and then Jerry asked the girl to come to his house under the guise that he could help her get back her undergarments. So now he's inviting somebody over. He's inviting his 18-year-old girl over.
To get back her own garment.
Yes, and remember he said he had an elaborate plan. Like I haven't read too far into it, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is when like shit just hits the fan and he creates his whole. Context clues right now. So he brought the girl home. He brought the girl home, right?
Yeah.
And
what?
He brought the girl home under the guise that he could help her get her stuff back.
That's gonna be added.
Oh, fuck.
The baby got too quiet. What are you doing?
Oh, fuck. Damn, that was funny. Alright. You want me to go or you want me to wait till she comes back in?
No, I don't know if she's coming back here.
Alright, fuck it. Alright. We'll just edit up and then until like right now. So then I'll count down like 3, 2, 1. That way you know where to edit it. Or do that, yeah. Okay.
I feel like they made them for a reason.
Oh, true. Alright. I'm ready when you are. And I hit the. She came over the guys that to end the
Do I need to hit pause so that you can get your head situated?
I'm good.
I don't know if you got beef over there with something. Or...
No, all right. I'm ready. For real. Let's do it. All right. When you invite a girl over for the first time, do you? Well, never mind. We're not even gonna get into that. Anyway, no, we're not gonna do that. Anyway, when the girl arrived, right, she was accosted. She was welcomed by a masked man who had a knife and forced her to remove all her clothes and took several photos. Now, remember his fantasy?
Yeah. And that's just crazy. Like, okay, so she just she just went to the house.
Yeah.
What did she
went
go for?
to find out about her underwear, like her undergarments and everything.
So she found out that he had took something.
No, he said that he can help her.
Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. So he said that he could help her find her garments that he probably already took.
Yeah.
And then when he got there, he just automatically greeted him.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Because remember, like, if you remember, he went ahead and set up this elaborate plot. So he planned this all out. It was there.
This is what but how do you get away with something like that? It's just crazy. So is this his first victim?
Yeah, so technically you can say that this is his first victim, right? So he made her take the pictures, put her in the poses as he went. So then the man left and the girl got dressed and fled. So Jerry left. And then before
this at his house?
Yes. Now before she could get away, she ran into Jerry, who said he saw the intruder and was locked in the barn. The girl left and informed the police of what had happened. So she didn't fall for Jerry's little trickaroo at all. Or if she did, she still went. You know, she still went to the police. So then now he's 17, right? Happy birthday.
So wait, what happened to him?
Nothing yet. No, she went and told the cops, and then, you know, he made up that plot. Well, hey, you know, I have the guy in there. So then when the police showed up, I could only assume, like, yeah, I locked him in the barn. And then the police go in, they're like, oh shit, well, he must have escaped. So now he's 17, right?
Is just, I'm sorry, but that is just so mind blowing. Like, he basically abducted a girl at his own house, and then, like, did she not tell them that he was there at the house? Like, she was there at the house.
So
that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I want to know more about that. Because this is how do you...
It feels like there's a lot of details missing.
Yeah, it's just like holes in that.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. And then it's just like already given with his past record. Yeah, look more into that. It's crazy.
So Jerry ended up luring a 17-year-old girl to his car, which he then drove her to a deserted farmhouse where he beat her profusely, where he just like laid in on her. A couple stopped on the scene of the crime and notified the police, right? So imagine you're just out walking with your partner and then you come across this. Jerry claimed that he had stopped to help the girl himself and was not the attacker. So basically, he's trying his same thing that he did on the 18-year-old. But luckily, the couple didn't even believe him, and eventually the Oregon State Police obtained a confession from him. In Jerry's house and car, they found all the woman's undergarments, the photos, the photo equipment. He was arrested for assault and battery. That's all he got was assault and battery.
Wow.
So then, you know, people think he's sick because of it. So then he gets committed to the Oregon State Hospital for evaluation and treatment, right? The initial diagnosis that the doctors had gave him was adjustment reaction of adolescence with sexual deviation and fetishism.
Wow.
So yeah, so basically,
that's a lot to swallow in one.
Yeah. So, you know, the doctors knew right then, like, this was not an ordinary trauma. Like, this is a sexual trauma that he's doing. So, but while he was hospitalized, he was allowed to attend high school and everything in Dallas, Oregon. I thought that was about to say Dallas, Texas.
Wow, I was just going to say, you know, Dallas, I mean, Oregon just has everybody's cities.
So then, you know, he gets diagnosed as like this borderline schizophrenic dude. That was, and the diagnosis that was given at the time. That was the diagnosis that was given at the time, right? So Jerry remained hospitalized for 8 to 9 more months and was eventually discharged and deemed not to be a danger to society.
So after everything he's already done,
After everything he has done, they clear him. Like,
wasn't
hey,
this one of his charges?
forcing a woman to so it was stealing the teacher's shoes, and then
No, the last ones you just said. Which one was it?
what are you talking about?
They just charged him, right?
Yeah, and deemed not to be a danger of society.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the battery charge then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then that's when he got admitted to the Oregon State Hospital.
But I'm just saying, with a battery charge, that's like you're physically.
Well, yeah, because he's becoming more aggressive.
So how do you feel like he's not going to be a
Maybe
danger to society?
Maybe while he was hospitalized, maybe there was a breakthrough, maybe there wasn't.
Do you ever think any of the doctors ever think like this is just an act?
Yes, all the time.
Because like, yo, if I'm in a fucking hospital,
Yeah.
and I can't do anything that I want to do, and they're telling me that if I do these things, I can get back to home.
Oh yeah, most definitely, absolutely. I feel like there's some people who can put on a fucking straight face and then they'll be like, "Oh, you're good now.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Go back to the playground."
I feel like when you give somebody a time limit, almost like a sentence, when they get closer and closer, it just feels more and more like, okay, I'm getting closer back to doing. I can get back to doing what I really want to do.
Yeah.
I just got to keep putting on this facade for everybody else. And if you're listening on the podcast wondering what that kid is in the back, that is my son, my youngest, and he is watching TV.
I was wondering. I thought I was tripping, and I was just like, "Damn, somebody got music on," and I was just going with it.
No, that's my mini back there.
Hello.
Yeah. Not really much I can do about that life.
I feel it. So he was deemed not to be a danger to society. 1957, he is 18 years old now. Released from the state hospital, went back to high school. He graduated with a low GPA in the lower 30% of his graduating class. Well, we kind of see that he's not very bright at all, so that's understandable.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
I'm weak. Oh. Hey, go ahead and pause real quick. Alright. Graduated, and he is to become a new member of a better member of society, I should say. He tried his hand at college, advanced technology schools, including Oregon State and Salem Technical Vocational School. I can't believe
this man is right. So Texas. He said Selma.
I did. So Texas gang.
Take this, boys.
I don't even want to hear it. His attendance was erratic. Means like it was all over.
I know what erratic means, but thank you. Yeah, for.
But so then he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna go to school. I'm gonna join the army. Army. That's right. If you didn't know, myself and Donnell.
Green is for army.
We went ahead and had
the red is for army.
The military.
The blue is for army. Army.
I fucking can't. Guess where he was stationed at? He was stationed in good old California.
Ooh, he had a beach view.
Yeah, but he did his basic training in Georgia.
Ooh.
Yeah, Fort Gordon.
Oh.
See, I'm good on that. He was granted the rank of E2, so he went
He
ahead-
actually advanced.
yeah, he gained rank and everything.
That's not bad.
He began to have, he's 20 years old now. He begins to have these dreams that a Korean girl who would seduce him. So again, he has another situation. Like he has another.
He's having a fantasy
exactly
of a Korean.
of a Korean girl.
So he's specific with this fantasy.
Yes.
Wow.
So then he decided to go see the army chaplain who referred him to the psychiatrist. So this man went ahead and decided to go see the army chaplain. All right. Who referred him to.
He went to go see the army chaplain about his fantasies.
Yes. He got sent to the wonderful army psychiatrist. But Captain Theodore J. Barry, he was a psychiatrist and he discharged Jerry from the army because of bizarre obsessions.
So wait, the therapist, the supposed therapist, is kicking dude out because
bizarre obsessions.
But you're a therapist. You're not gonna help my man. You just gonna kick him out the army.
And that, folks, is why we love the Army Medical Center.
The green is for army. The blue is for army.
Love it. Love
The red is for army.
Love the long waits.
Army.
For a doctor. Love it. That's another podcast for another day. It's another story for another day. So this man went ahead and just straight threw him out of the water. You're out of here.
So he's back on the street with nothing.
Exactly. So after he got discharged or whatever, he went ahead and moved back to Corvallis with his parents.
Corvallis, Oregon?
Yes. Now, he was forced to live in their shed. And one night, after running an errand, he became excited by a young girl who was walking and followed her all the way home. All the way. He strangled her until she was unconscious and then stole her shoes. He slept with the shoes in an attempt to feel more powerful. So he jumped. He completely jumped. And he went for the strangulation. This poor girl, she didn't even know what was happening. Boom, strangled her and was unconscious and stole her kicks.
So he didn't do anything else to her.
Nope.
He just strangled her.
He just strangled her and got the shoes.
And then stole her shoes.
Now, I'm guessing, this is still 1960. The year is 21. And, he's continuing going on this, and there is no investigation to this girl's disappearance. Nobody knows what happened to her. So then Jerry ended up obtaining a FCC license.
Wait, how long does that go for? How long do they not know what happened to her?
He goes for a few years. He definitely goes for a good amount of time before,
Because she survived, right? Or no, she died?
No, she died.
Oh, so he strangled her.
It's a straight
I thought she
charge.
strangled her until she passed out. Oh, shit.
No.
So he strangled her, stole her.
No, you know what? You're right. You are absolutely right. He only did it because I say he strangled her when she was unconscious. Yeah. So even if she wanted to report it, she's not going to know who it was.
But still, a report is important because I feel like that part where he stole my shoes is to me would be a very key factor.
But I feel like in the panic of what she felt, she probably didn't even realize she didn't have shoes on. She was just running away. So then her thought was probably like, hey, I ran out of my shoes. I'm not going back for them, obviously.
Well, yeah, she's probably thinking when she passed out, she fell out the shoes and he dragged her somewhere.
Yes. Now, after that, he decides to obtain his FCC license. And he decides that, he wants to be a radio host. So now Jerry is working at the Corvallis radio station, 1960. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump to 1962. He is 22 years old and he's still working at the radio station. And this is where he meets his future wife. Lovers for life, right? Darcy Messler. She was 17 at the time. So my guy is 22, but she is 17. But back then, they didn't really see that as a red flag, I guess. And I can see how that's a major red flag today. Like, even, you know what I mean? So the two began going out and went ahead and met Darcy's parents, but her parents did not approve of the relationship. Like, they were like, no, like, fuck this. Like, obviously this is an act of like rebellion. Darcy gave Jerry a kind of attention that he had not experienced before, and two were married within a few months' time.
Damn.
Exactly. He was like, I'm locking this down right now.
Yeah. In 2 months?
Mm-hmm. Now,
it's like, can you really do that? Like,
exactly.
Do you really know?
23 years old. Their daughter Megan is born. That is right. He ends up having a daughter with this woman, and the couple moves all up and down the West Coast, mostly because Jerry is not able to maintain employment.
And why is that?
I wonder why. Now, 26 years old, all right, he finally manages to get a job as a technician at the West Salem electronics firm.
Wait, are you not gonna tell me why?
It doesn't say. It's because he's
on the run.
Yeah. Well, no, not on the run. It's just he can't like control his urges anymore. He's strangling people at this point.
So everywhere he's going, he's strangling people?
No, I think everywhere he's going, once he feels that urge, then he's leaving and going to a new spot. And that's why he continues. That's why him and his wife continue to move all up and down the West Coast.
Because he's trying to fight the urge.
Yes. That's my opinion based off of all the events so far. You know what I mean?
Because at this time he's not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not taking any shoes.
Exactly.
That we know of.
So in 26, he manages to get the job as a technician at West Salem's electronics firm, right? Now, he leaves the job for a while and the family continues moving around. I don't understand why, I get why they keep moving around. Maybe it's because, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's because of what we discussed earlier. Maybe he is killing people and he's just on the run, But then again, I feel like if there were murders, then they would obviously put like something together. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, if you look on a map.
But would they?
I feel like they're not that stupid. Like, they can point a map and put it on the wall and be like, he struck here, he struck here, he struck here. They're going up.
I know, but we're talking about like back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, people back in the day weren't stupid. They just weren't as advanced. It just
wasn't
as
exactly. It wasn't advanced. So I don't know if they could really put those murders together because he wasn't the only one killing people. So that's why it makes me wonder, like, why was he not able to hold employment? Like, was it because of him not being able to perform at work, or was there something else going on?
Yeah. I hear you. I am right there with you. So, after his family continues moving around, it is 1967. All right, he is 28 years old. Now, his family decides to settle in Portland, right? Where Jerry decides, I'm going to be an electrician. Let's do it.
Fuck it.
Darcy got pregnant again, and Jerry was very excited to have a son. Like, he was hyped about it. But Darcy would not allow Jerry to be present during the birth of their son. Now, with this, he's obviously deeply saddened by it and everything. He regresses back to the shoe and undergarment theft. So remember how
I'm so sorry.
Remember how we were talking about like, well, how did this happen, or like why is he leaving any trails, or if he's doing this? He's been fighting the urge ever since he basically up until the birth of his son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, after the rejection of not being able to see his son being born, he decided to stalk a woman in Portland. He waited for her to like fall asleep at home. He broke into the house. He like set this up fully. Like he was ready. So he broke into the house and he attempted to steal the woman's shoes, but she woke up and Jerry choked her until she went limp. He raped her, stole her shoes, and fled the scene. Now, I love karma, and this is like the best karma that I can almost. This is one of the best karma situations I can feel for this guy. He was electrocuted at work the next day. 480-volt shock left him dazed, minor damages, but he was never hospitalized. Now, why wasn't he hospitalized, Donnell?
He was scared.
He was terrified. The year is January 26th, 1968. 28 years old. I'm going to introduce Miss Linda Slauson. She is 22 years old. She would sell encyclopedias door to door, and Jerry convinced her to come down to his workshop. You know, he worked in the lower garage, hit her with a 2x4, and then strangled her to death. Before disposing of the body, Jerry removed her clothes and put several undergarments from his collection on the corpse. So this dude is low-key like a necrophiliac as well. Like, he is fascinated. He cut off her left foot and kept it in the freezer in a high-heeled shoe. He wanted that to, like, just stay forever.
Yeah, and I also read somewhere that he modeled different shoes with that
Yes,
foot.
that's, yeah. That goes all the way back to when he was a kid, too. He used to put on the clothes and he used to
But
model.
now he has a foot to model it on.
Imagine
It's
just
like,
imagine his wife coming home like, you know what? I want a fucking hot pocket.
well, that's another thing. It was like, where did he put this? And did his wife know this whole entire time?
There's no way she couldn't have. There's no way.
So now you gotta. I'm assuming he is hiding it from her, because you know he is just like, once it happens, it's just one after another.
Yeah.
So you know, he strangled her to death, but before he disposed of the body, he did like all that shit with them. Now, if you open the freezer, there's a high-heeled shoe in the freezer, right? Now, he faked a flat tire, dumped the body over a bridge. You know, not very smart, but it, you know, I guess it worked. Stephanie Vico was another suspected victim of him, but she was reported missing in Portland. Haven't found her body. Nobody knows where she's at, so they can't necessarily pin him on her. They're just using like certain, like, what's it called? Something circumstance. Yeah. Something like that. Alright, so now, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Linda, like, that's a shitty way to go out. Like, the dude's a fucking piece of shit.
Well, not only that, you're just minding your business. You know, going about your day. So that it's like a encyclopedias, you know, normal day. And you knock on the door to sell somebody some books, and they lower you in and knock you out with a fucking 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
You just trying to do your job.
You gotta be a pretty shitty ass person to fucking do some shit like that. Like, oh yeah, I'll buy some fucking books from you. Come on into my creepy basement.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And now we're just gonna get into all the victims, and it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, because all of this happened in what, 1 year?
Yeah, like within a span of 1 year, like he just went ham on everybody.
That is fucking crazy.
Now we're gonna introduce you to good old Karen Sprinkler, a 19-year-old college student, and she went gone. Nobody knew where she was. The two young girls decided that, hey, we're gonna inform the police that there was a man. He was dressed in drag and was on the parking garage roof where Karen's abandoned car was found on the day Karen went missing. So they already found her car. So obviously,
the day she went missing,
they found her car.
They found her car, and then the same day they seen this man who dressed in drag by the car.
Yeah. Now,
Very
dressed
creepy.
in drag. Who likes wearing?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, exactly. Sharon Wood is in a parking lot. She's our next victim. I believe she's our final victim. I'm not too sure. No, she's not. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so Sharon Wood is in the parking garage at Portland State University. She attempted to fend off Jerry, like she was trying to fight back. She bit his thumb until it bled.
Oh my god.
So now Jerry beat her unconscious, but an oncoming car caused him to flee the scenes of the crime. Police failed to make any immediate connections.
Of course.
Exactly, obviously.
And I don't want to shit on any police officers out there.
Yeah.
It's just,
But I mean,
sometimes policing
they
doesn't
just
live
ain't
up to
doing
the
their job.
policing.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I don't know. That's
And it's hard to say that. Oh,
Yeah.
this person's not doing this, but it's just
yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
it's a collective effort, guys.
Now, Jerry, this is where Leanne Brumley, he has a good amount of victims, and there's some of these are still alive and everything, and there's some that he unfortunately killed. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Linda Dawn Saley. He was the second person that he actually killed.
So wait, the one that bit his thumb got away, right?
Yeah. Her car was found at a parking garage, and police began to realize they could be dealing with a serial killer. No fucking shit.
Well,
Like, that's
I mean, but at the
now this is
because okay, did they find the first body? No.
no, but this is what's fucked up. He posed as a police officer, and that's how he killed her. He killed her by asphyxiation. So he fucking strangled her to death.
Again.
Yeah,
You have another strangulation,
exactly.
and you have another missing car.
It's I don't know.
Well,
man.
you,
Like,
you have
this
another
dude,
missing
yeah.
person. You have another missing person. So that's so weird. Like, what are you doing with the body that you're?
He's
The person is
saving
gone, but the
foot.
car and you were there
I just
on the same day. Though,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, what do you? He's obviously have thought this shit all
Yeah.
the way the
See,
fuck out.
but he
Like some fucking evil monster.
before we give him that much credit, this is the part that you've been waiting for. All right. A local fisherman is doing his thing, fishing away, catching that trout, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I do want to go fishing. Haven't been fishing in a while. He goes ahead, does his thing. When the body of Linda Saley washes up on the river, his first victim, her body has been weighed down by an automatic transmission.
Oh,
So
What
he
the
he
fuck?
was trying to make sure nobody found her.
a fucking transmission.
Exactly. Now Karen Sprinklers, his second
How do
victim.
you even wait? Hold on. How do you even get a freaking body and a transmission to a fucking lake without anybody
Without
noticing?
nobody raising red flags, yeah. Like a transmission is that. Well, I don't know. I mean, well, it's a '69, so transmission is obviously a size of what it would be now, still. But
It's a fucking
yeah, man. I mean, it's not hard. I mean,
It's
there's
not like a battery. It's a fucking transmission.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I understand.
so
like,
what, you
can
just
get
throw it
one.
in the back of a pickup truck and just
Yeah,
take
you can put it in the
down?
back seat. I mean, it's heavy, but I mean, it's possible. Now,
Fucking
after they found her body, they obviously, you know, hands across America, right? They're looking for everything. They ended up finding Karen Sprinkler's body a mere 50 feet away. So this dude is killing
50 feet away inside the river, or 50 away
yes,
outside?
50 feet away from where they found Linda's body.
Like in the river?
No.
Outside of
Yes.
the river. Oh, wow.
Now, this is where she was kind of, you know, actually, they found, she was, what did I say? I said 50 feet from the river, 50 feet in the river, sorry. And when they found her attached to a old engine. Now, I don't know if you know this, but engines are not fucking light. Like, they are fucking heavy.
Yeah, you need a special.
Yeah, like we have a hoist and everything
Yeah,
for
you
that
need a
type of
special
shit.
hoist
Yeah.
for that shit.
Now, he really violated her body because Jerry ended up cutting her breasts as souvenirs and filled the holes with brown paper towels. He went ahead and placed a bra from his collection of undergarments over her mangled chest, and that was it. Now, Jerry begins to phone dorms at the Oregon State University, Oregon, or he's gone.
Oregon's
rollouts.
Oregon Trail.
Oregon's. I remember that game. So somehow, you know, he's able to arrange several blind dates through like this message. So like he's just like calling people like, "Hey, what's up?" He was sliding in DMs before the DMs were even a fucking thing.
He was sliding in the news.
He was sliding in the newspapers, the phone books, looking down the
I don't want to
list.
give him that much credit.
He's a bad guy, yes.
He was lurking.
If Facebook would have been around, he would have been Facebook lurking.
He was a Facebook stalker. He was a certified news stalker.
Weirdo.
Just a fucking... What the fuck?
Now, at this point, police are onto the killer's pattern, right? They're like, "Oh, we got it now. Fuck all the other girls that, you know, he abused and did everything. Now we're caught onto the pattern after how many women?"
Well, this is the thing. Are these all in the same city?
Oh, they were spread out. Or actually, no, they are in the same city because they settled. They settled in their.
Okay, so.
All right,
No,
so
because you said they settled in
Portland,
and I thought I was understanding that they were somewhere in Salem.
No. They settled in Portland.
Oh.
So then, you know, a female student that claimed to have gone on one of the blind dates gives the police a description of Jerome Brutus. Like, she's like, "Hey, there's this dude. I think you know, this is your guy." He attempts to contact the girl a second time. The girl that he went on the date with, and the girl informed police, and Jerry was questioned at the girl's residence hall. So the police pulled up on him.
Oh,
Bang,
so
like,
she put an
hell
okie doke on him. She said,
Yeah.
come
over,
through."
and then the police fucking showed up. But the police examined Bruto's record and decided to go to his home for some follow-up questions.
Yes, finally somebody looks in his background.
Yeah, at the house they saw several suspicious items in the garage and begun building a case.
I'm sure.
That's it. Like they obtained enough evidence for an arrest warrant for Brutos. You know, he's gone. Like, he's attempting to flee from the police who were attempting to serve him with the warrant for the attempted abduction of Leanne Brumley, the young girl who had escaped less than a month earlier. The girl that got away. Her report is saving lives now. So now he attempts to convince his wife to burn clothing and other evidence from the jail, but she does not comply this time. So she has been knowing. She's been knowing all about this, Donna. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Now we're gonna jump to June 2nd and the 3rd,
So
right?
I wonder if she... okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Well,
I'm just saying, I wonder how much of a role she played, if she already knew that these girls are coming up missing.
Maybe she was hiding the garments.
I mean,
yeah.
in some type of way, some type of assisting,
Mm-hmm.
you know? You just don't... And that's what, because I did, I did a little research myself,
Mm-hmm.
and,
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
I, when he lured I don't want to disrespect anybody's name, but I don't be remembering it like that. But the first victim, when he lowered her down and he hit her in the head with the 2x4.
Yeah.
Well, I read that the family was home, the child was home, and the wife was home at the time, and it's just like,
how do you live with yourself?
How does somebody come in your house and you don't know, and then somebody gets murdered?
She had to have.
You didn't hear the contact. You didn't hear nobody screaming, nobody yelling, because he strangled her also, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's I just don't see, naturally, people don't just naturally just say, oh no, so it's just like some type of scream, struggle, fight, something.
Yeah, something like you didn't hear none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe it at all, man. I believe that she was a part of a lot of them. Well, I think she was probably a part of the first murder. Because she said she wouldn't do it again. So, now why would you burn your clothes if you didn't murder somebody?
Well, and that's the thing is like, what else have you been doing to cover it up? And that's another thing that I'm saying, like, if she knew and they're just traveling all the way down the road, I could definitely see why this guy may or may not have more murders than what they know of. Especially to do 4 in 1 year.
Yeah. Now, the investigator, he goes ahead and obtains all the evidential confessions from Jerry. He talked about the murders of the 2 recently discovered bodies as the murder of Linda Slauson and Jan Whitney. Brudos is arraigned for the murder of Karen Sprinker. Brudos pleads no guilty. Obviously, he's not gonna.
This man said no guilty, not guilty.
Not guilty.
No guilty for you.
Now, he was tested by several psychiatrists. This is June 4th, 1969. And he shows above average IQ and cognition, and it seemed he's deemed like not even criminally insane. Yeah. So he is designed as an antisocial personality manifested by fetishism, transvestitism, exhibitionism.
What the hell is transvestitism?
When you basically you're a transvestite and you're just like a woman.
I thought that was cross-dressing. Is that not a term?
But this is 1969. The terminology is still,
Got you.
And I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me.
Yeah, please let us know, because we're born in the 90s. So we don't really know. We don't even know what's politically correct anymore.
I don't want to breathe the wrong way, and then that's it.
I definitely don't want to get into any type of debates. I just want to be educated.
Yeah, that's it. I just want the truth.
Just educate me. Don't hate me.
Now, the evidence is mounted. Like, it is up there. Brudos is eventually charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder of the murder of Jan Whitney, Linda Selly, and Karen Sprinker.
Oh, so they charging it with all 3. All 4. They charging it with all 4.
All 3.
All 3.
Yes. Now, he revokes his plea of not guilty and it pleads guilty, obviously, for a plea deal. That's what they do. The same day, he is sentenced to 3 life sentences. 3 life fucking sentences. You are out of there, my guy. 3. Done. Like, you can have 2 heart attacks and you'll still have to serve another life sentence.
No.
You better go and have 3.
I know you seen that story where that dude had died and came back and he was like, hey, I technically died.
Yeah. And he won. He won that case, did he not?
I thought they denied him. Like, no,
I can't remember. I could have sworn he won that case, but maybe he didn't.
I definitely think he's still in prison if he's still alive. Because
damn, yeah, that would suck. Imagine just like beating death and you're like, ha, time served, and like, ha, fuck you.
You're still alive.
Yeah, you're still here, bitch.
You're still alive. You're set for life.
Hell yeah. So 12 women went missing in Brudos area during this time he was free. During the time he was free until he got arrested, 12 women went missing.
Does it say like from what time to what time?
Yeah, so from, let's see,
You said 6.
it was, sorry. It happened from all the way
600 AD or
from
BC?
what?
The 600 AD or BC?
AD. What do you?
The 600 AD or BC? You said 6.
No, I didn't mean to say 6. Obviously. Anyway, so this all happened within like 5 months of the killing the women. This all happened like within 5 months. All right.
But okay, so how long did it take for 12 women to go missing?
5 months.
So in
this
5
whole-
months,
Yes, within the whole.
and he also committed those 4 murders.
Yes. Yes. That's insane, right?
Dude, this.
No wonder he got fucking caught.
Dude, what?
So
And see that would explain why you would have so many, like a trove of so many shoes and so many garments, and why it looked like so creepy at his house. Oh my god, I can only
Dude.
imagine what the house looks like.
Now Darcy, his wife,
Yes.
the one who played a role with some of the he or she was like, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. Let's do it. I don't want to be here. Fuck this guy.
Of course.
She ends up testifies against him, claims that she doesn't have any involvement, and Darcy is found not guilty.
Of course.
She gets found not fucking guilty.
Of course.
I cannot.
All the evidence. So, did you think the bras are just he
Mhm.
bought them? He bought them used for you.
You know,
He just bringing home extra bras and shoes for you. Yeah, there's
No.
a freezer in my fridge, and I have no idea why, but I
Mhm.
believe it's a mannequin's foot.
now Darcy is like, "Fuck you, Jerry. Like, I'm out." She divorces him, changes
Just-
her name.
And then, don't get me wrong, I don't blame her for leaving, but it's
Yeah.
just like to sit there and
like, you
just
did
lay
that shit
claim
too.
that you don't know anything and
Yeah.
you had zero involvement, but at the same time, you're saying that you could tell me everything that's going on. How?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Now, she also got a court order forbidding him from ever seeing his kid again. Now,
course.
yes, so he is now 30, 32. He has gotten into a lot of trouble in prison. You know, he's had his head hit with a bucket of water frequently by fellow inmates, and on 1970 he is treated for rectal bleeding.
Oh,
Karma to the fucking max.
that is not good when you're bleeding from
Your
your
butthole. I don't think that's a good thing at all.
That's not good at all.
Now, Jerry and his lawyers have several failures in the appellate courts until their last appeal is rejected May 25th, 1977. Now,
Does it
Brutus.
say anything special about any of those appeals?
No, not currently.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I just didn't want to. I didn't know if you had this,
Yeah.
but once again, I did my little research. But I just wanted to throw this out there that one of his appeals was that he couldn't be found guilty of one of his charges because even though he took a picture with the corpse of the girl, he says he couldn't prove that he actually killed her, which is just absurd to me. Because did you call the police? Because that brings on other things. Did you call the police? Did you try to render aid? Did you, why are you taking a picture with this girl in your corpse? And why?
Yeah.
And even if you say you did find her, you found her, you took a picture, but what did you do after?
Yeah.
And what happened beforehand? How did you find her there?
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, dude. I get it.
It's just, I don't know. To me, it's just like,
thankfully the courts, said fuck you and didn't want to do it. Didn't want to give him a chance. Didn't even want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, in 1999, he is 60 years old, goes up for parole. Parole is not granted, and the parole board makes it clear to the victim's family that Jerry will never be set free. He ends up dying of natural causes in prison March 28, 2006, age 67. Fuck you, Jerry.
goodbye and good riddance.
Goodbye and good riddance as well.
Because we listen to Morbid
Mm-hmm.
and very big fans.
Shout out Morbid.
Very big fans, and they always say they give the fucking killers like the best worst names. Like, fuck you. Why do you get this cool ass name?
Yeah.
Like you're some like fucking villain, and I feel that shit 100% shit. But I'm not gonna lie, the shoe fetish slayer sounds like a really dope, scary movie.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
But just fuck this dude for being who that person is, cause
Yeah.
God damn, he did a lot. Stealing shoes is already creepy, but
I just yeah.
And then he's just posing them after you kill him. You just posing them, and he's taking pictures of them and just cutting different parts off and keeping them for souvenirs. It's just like, dude, these are people. These are women, like innocent women that haven't done anything to you. They don't even know who you are for real. And you're just gonna come in and just take them like that? That's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's definitely fucking disgusting what he did. Now, karma served his term, and now he's where he can no longer hurt any women. So,
and then he was also one of the longest standing prisoners in Oregon.
Yes, a little fun fact from Donnell in Oregon. Roll out.
Don't be mad at us when we say that shit, because we don't really know. I mean, we're from Texas. We don't know shit.
This is Oregon, Origami.
You know what's so fucking funny, dude?
What's that?
Morbid really had a fucking a little thing about that, because they had a murder from Oregon or Oregon.
No shit. Did they really?
They really had a little spot, but when you say Oregon Trail, everybody says the shit the same. Oregon.
Yeah.
It's Oregon Trail, so I feel like it's Oregon.
Oregon.
It's got to be Oregon. Because, goddamn, it's Oregon Trail. Nobody says Oregon Trail. I mean, if you do, then let me know, because I don't. I've never heard anybody say Oregon Trail. It's always Oregon Trail.
You're not wrong. Now, just if anybody is wanting the references, it's super easy to look up. If you have any other questions about the case, anything we might have missed, Google, or we have I have a couple references here that we use throughout the whole podcast, and we're gonna go ahead and shout out Newton M 2000, the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers.
Appreciate you.
Now, if you haven't gotten a chance to look at this book, you should definitely look. Or it's not a book, sorry, the report on what this is basically about. Like, it's pretty intense. Now, Rule A, 1998, The Lust Killer. She went ahead and she was an author for New York Penguin Books of USA.
Yo, I wanted to go read the book, but I couldn't find it. So
I feel it.
If anybody could show me where that book is, I would really like to read it.
You're gonna have to look on Amazon or some shit.
Yeah, because this dude is wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But that is Jerome Brudos, aka Jerry Brudos, the shoe fanatic that would kill for a feet pic.
Literally. Kill for a foot pic. And a foot model. So, yeah, just
Donnell, take it away, sir. Send us home.
Yeah, I'm not definitely doing anything that they do, but I can't even try to compete. But nah, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing your time with us, and hopefully you enjoyed this shit, and maybe next time you'll listen again.
We plan on getting better. We always we gonna be in the top at some point, but we'll get there.
Oh, I was just hoping people listen.
Yeah, that too.
But I mean, Hopefully we do. I mean, high hopes, but hey, I don't give a fuck. Let's just keep going.
Let's
See
keep
where this take us.
going. We'll see what crazy person we can dig up next.
Yeah, and welcome to the journey. Actually, welcome to the fucking journey.
The fucking journey.
Yeah. SST.
Out.
Gotta write that down before I